Hello, guy. When I see you training with a lot of pep, I can't help looking. That's very neat of you. Only now do we learn that, like, approximately 40 episodes later, I suppose. Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. So, last time, we explored routes 129 through 134, technically, because of, currents and such. But more importantly, we discovered the sealed chamber and opened up the way to 3 doorways. Yes, we opened up the way to 3 doorways. That makes total sense whenever you think about it. So today, we are going to do nothing else but go ahead and go over to said ruins. Thank God, that Trapinch didn't have, whatever that ability was. Arena Trap, yeah. Arena Trap, thank God. Oh God, that was a bit throwing my mouth. Okay. So, this cave right here. This was normally closed off to us, but now that we discovered the sealed chamber and opened up those pathways, we now found a way to the desert ruins. Very, very interesting place, and it has the same music too. So, we have to walk 2 steps to the left, 2 steps down, and then use Rock Smash. This would be entirely the opposite in Ruby and Sapphire. You have to walk 2 steps right, 2 steps down, and then use Strength in Ruby and Sapphire. However, that is not necessarily the case right here. I totally meant to use Rock Smash, by the way. I'm so stupid. But, oh, actually, now that I think about it, I forgot to teach Surf to the guy. Let me do that really quickly before I forget and be totally stupid. Okay, that's because we are going to need Surf for, something later, a bit later on in this video. Because, yeah, we're going to be checking out all 3 of these ruins in this video today. And trust me, they are going to be something else, believe you me. Should check out this guy. Chances are you probably want to save your progress here. Because when you have something like this, obviously you're probably going to want to save. Meet the legendary Titans, or the legendary Reggie Trio. This is Regirock, the rock titan of the bunch. So, Regirock has fame for being physically defensive. It has base 200 defense, meaning that its physical defense is basically through the roof. Yeah, you won't be able to find any other given, physically defensive able Pokemon out there. Well, except for maybe 1 or 2. And those 1 and 2 are, very fortunately, Shuckle. Yes, the only Pokemon to outdo it is Shuckle at 230 defense, as well as special defense. But Regirock is actually pretty physically defensive. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't really do it much favors, considering that most attacks are special, due to, physical and special moves being based on type. But, if you are looking for a physically, defensive Pokemon, then I guess Regirock would be your guy. When fighting Regirock, it is going to be at level 40, or rather, any one of the Regis, actually. They are going to be at level 40, obviously their own respective type, Regirock being, pure rock type. They come armed with the moves Ancient Power, Superpower, Curse, and, a unique move to their type. In Regirock's case, it'll have Rock Throw. So, yeah. Pretty good starting off here. You're probably going to want it to use up Superpower, because they'll make it so that it will attack him with a very powerful fighting type move. However, its attack and defense will drop by 1 stage. So, yeah. Probably a dangerous thing, though, but it actually does have a pretty good setup for stats, actually. You know, each of the Reggies do. Each of the Reggies do have a good setup for stats here. Because, well, Ancient Power does have the chance of raising all of its stats by 1. Curse, in Regirock's case, will make its speed go down. However, its attack and defense will rise. Well, Superpower won't really do it any favors, because it will lower both attack and defense. And you know, Rock Throw. It's a standard Rock-type move. So, these being legendary Pokemon, our first instance of legendary Pokemon, actually, you have one and only one chance to catch them, unless you saved previously. Because if you didn't, and you accidentally knock it out, or it runs out of PP so it can use Struggle, then that's it. There's no way in heck that you can possibly get them again for your Pokédex unless you have a friend that can trade them so you can register them into your Pokédex. So, yeah. And, right off the bat, this is why Gen 3 hates me. I'm just going to say this right now, we are going to be taking care of all 3 Reggies in this video, so this is probably going to end up being a very, very long video by my standards. But that's the thing. No matter what Gen 3 game I'm playing, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green, the catching system hates me. It hates me. I never had this much trouble with any other legendary in any other generation. Like, okay. I might as well tell this story right here and right now. So, well, before I start cutting to me throwing Pokeballs, I might as well tell this story. So, years ago, I did a Let's Play Pokemon Ruby, right? You know, it went over well, it went over good. I think I did, you know, a decent amount of job, even though, ultimately, years later, I wasn't really satisfied with it. There was a take of the Natural Crisis episode where, you know, Groudon was making the sun all shine, you know, and I had to go into the Cave of Origin after I defeated Maxie for the final time, and then, you know, everything just sort of went off the rails. Yeah, I expected that to happen. But, yeah. On that fight with Groudon, because all of that was just basically the same video. The setup, the going into the Cave of Origin, you know, all that stuff, and then encountering Groudon. It took me 2 hours. 2 hours to catch Groudon. And, you know, the 3 Reggies, they essentially have the same, you know, catch rate of 3. It took me 2 hours on recording to catch Groudon. And, you know, when I finally did end up catching it, the video got corrupted. So I had to record that part again. And guess what? It didn't take me that long at all. It only took me, like, about a good, like, maybe 5-10 minutes. I can't really necessarily remember. But what I'm trying to say is, I swear, this happens to only me, but the catching system in Generation 3 hates me. It hates me. Like, even if I'm playing this game, like, on an emulator, and, you know, or playing legit. It freaking hates me, man. Like, it just doesn't want to seem to go in the ball. Like, I might try out many different Pokeballs, and they will work, like, much better than the Ultra Balls, than the millions of Ultra Balls that I'm hurling at this thing. See, let me try a Great Ball right now. See if it works. Better than an Ultra Ball. Okay, it works about just the same, but you get what I mean. Like, I really, really hate, like, this catching system so much. And of course, I have to catch all these guys. So, pray for me, kids. This is what I'm gonna have to go through for, like, the next, like, hour or 2 hours. Thank God my technology has improved over the years, and hopefully this won't get, you know, too much corrupted over the years. And thank God this is actually being recorded at night for once in my life, because, you know, my parents are out for the weekend, and praise be to Jesus, I have all the time in the freaking world to catch these things. I don't even care if I have stuff to do tomorrow. I am going to catch these things tonight if it kills me. Even if it takes me, like, approximately 3 hours. Pray for me, kids. This is what I have to go through. So now I'm just gonna cut ahead to, you know, whenever I get these things all captured in a Pokeball, or whatever ball, I suppose. Okay, what the fuck? How did a dive ball that is equal to a Pokeball right now work better than, like, the past, like, 10 Ultra Balls that I loved at this thing? Ugh. Woo! Beak! Bop, 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 bop. Tweet! See, this is what I expect now. See, this is what I expect. I might have paralyzed this thing, but this is what I expect. Boink, 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 boink. See? See, I just count it now. This is what I expect. It's really sad to expect me throwing an Ultra Ball, seeing it bounce, and then just plop right out of the thing. You see, I predict this sort of thing. Yeah! There we go! There we go. And I almost wasted nearly 90... Oh my god. Okay. At least it didn't take too long. A Pokemon that is made entirely of rocks and boulders. If parts of its body chip off in battle, Regirock repairs itself by adding new rocks. Yay. So, you can plainly see right here and right now that I do hate the catching system. Because look at that. I am basically like halfway down to my... halfway through my Ultra Ball deposit. Yeah, that's how much this game really, really does hate me in the catching system department. But either way, onward to the next ruins. Alright, so on Route 104, you can go ahead and surf right here. And you'll be able to make it to Route 105, obviously. Because there's actually a bit of an unexplored avenue to Route 105 or 106? No, actually. Okay. So there is actually an unexplored avenue to Route 105 that we can actually explore now. Well, now that we have, you know, the location all set up and good here. So you'll want to just surf right here. And let's do that. And there we go. Now you see right here, this would normally be closed off, but now that we opened it up, this is the Island Cave. So, in Pokemon Emerald, you have to hug the wall in a counterclockwise fashion right here. As you know, you walk around the room like so. But in Ruby and Sapphire, on the other hand... Wait, why didn't it do it? Maybe I had to read the wall? Yeah, I guess. It says to do it in a counterclockwise motion, so it does do that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, right here. Okay. So, yeah. Regice, or, I spoiled the Pokemon. Okay, so, yeah, you have to do that. You have to hug the wall in a counterclockwise fashion right there. However, in Ruby and Sapphire, you would have to wait, like, 2 minutes. And this also counts for the remakes, too, which I don't get that. Yeah, I don't get that at all. Like, why would they do that? They have to make you wait 2 minutes in front of the door. I just don't get it. But, here we are at the next legendary Titan. This is Regice. Don't believe Pokemon USA kids in their Regice crap. Believe me and my Regice crap. So Regice is basically the special counterpart to Regirock in that it's a special wall. And in this generation, it's a damn good one. It's a damn good one. Like, with 200 base special defense, it is amazing as a special wall. But, you know, in later generations, it obviously doesn't really do so great with the physical special split in tow. But, you know, it's at least something in this game. it's at the very least something in, you know, Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. And probably by extension Fire Red and Leaf Green, but you know what I mean. So despite the baggage of it being Ice type, having, you know, many weaknesses, it's still a really, really great special wall if you really want it. So, yeah. So when you're fighting it, Regice is going to be level 40 with Ancient Power, Superpower, Curse, and Icy Wind. Yeah, that Icy Wind is definitely going to be trouble for Alola because, you know, grass types are weak against ice types. And, you know, that will also cause it to lower its speed. So, you know, it's pretty something. Do you want to know what's screwed up, though? Do you want to know what's screwed up? If it were to be just, maybe a few levels lower, I suppose? Like, if it doesn't have, you know, Ancient Power and all that, each of the Regis would come equipped with Superpower, Curse, their own unique type move like Regice with Icy Wind, Rock Throw with Regirock, and, you know, some other type of move for the other Pokemon. And, no joke, at level 1, it has Explosion. Yeah, at level 1, it has the ability to learn Explosion. So if you catch these guys, you'll have the ability to relearn Explosion through the move relearner. So, yeah. That's kind of the screwed up thing, which thank God they don't even do. So, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing that you probably had to deal with if they were to be fought at level 32 or lower. Yeah, just thank God they're not at level 30 because that would be terrible. Just terrible. Either way, I haven't really commented on the music, actually, because the music is actually, for Regirock, Regice, and the other one is actually really, really good. So, I'm gonna chuck some balls at it, and all the while you're going to listen to it. Okay. Alright. I guess the game's actually taking pity on me for once in my life. Yep. We got Regice. Its entire body is made of Antarctic ice. What's Antarctic? After extensive studies, researchers believe that the ice was formed during the Ice Age. So pretty interesting. I honestly consider Regice to be my favorite of the Regis, honestly. Well, because, well, I don't know, like, I really like its design being all, like, iceberg and everything. It's so cool. It's honestly really, really cool looking. Pun entirely intended. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sonic Lost World has treated me well. So with that, we only have one more Regi to go until we end this thing. So I'm gonna heal up my Pokemon and then we're gonna head off to the destination. Hello.
Hello, mate. It's Lola. I had a battle yesterday and I won. It's fantastic.
Thank you for telling me that. I will surely be very, very interested once I battle you. Actually, considering the fact that I haven't battled her yet from the match call. She must be really, really lonely. Like, he's like,
hey, I have a sister now. It's been amazing. Why do I sound like Toad?
There's only supposed to be one set of trainers who sounds like Toad, and that's Tate and Liza, I swear to God. But, either way, you're actually supposed to go over here to Route 120. And that's where the last place where we have to go is. And we're here at the Ancient Tomb. Pretty unoriginal name, I guess. I like to say original because It reminds me of original, except it isn't. But in Pokemon Emerald, you need to use Flash when you're in the center of the room. In Ruby and Sapphire in the remix, you have to use Fly, so... yeah, really, really weird that they changed these between Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. You would think that it would be the opposite, but apparently not, I guess? I don't really know. Just, I don't know. I think you mean... I can't really make DJ Registeel sound really great. Alright, so this is Registeel. So, Registeel, you know, in those legendary trios, you always have sort of the middle ground. Registeel is sort of that middle ground with base 150 defense and special defense. So, Registeel is actually kind of good in that regard. Plus, with it being Steel-type, it obviously has many resistances that you obviously want to do really great with. So all in all, I think Registeel can actually be a pretty decent Pokemon if you wanted to. Plus, with it having Metal Claw like right off the bat, it's actually pretty darn amazing. And actually, let me tell you, it is actually rather amazing that, you know, Registeel has Metal Claw. Because, well, I think it does have a relatively decent attack stat, if I recall. So, yeah, with that Metal Claw having a chance of raising its physical attack, that could potentially be pretty bad. I know for a fact that in practice, like, I nearly lost all my Pokemon to this thing when I was trying to catch it. So, Metal Claw is indeed good for something. Which, by the way, if you're familiar with the Reggie's moveset at this point, it's going to have Ancient Power, Super Power, Curse, and then, you know, Metal Claw as its unique move for it. So, yeah. So, this is probably actually a very, very good time to mention this. But, you know, why was I making all those DJ sound effects that I failed so horribly at? Why did I indeed do that? Because, well, if you watch the 8th Pokemon movie, Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, the Reggies appear as, you know, guest legendary Pokemon. Because, you know, you can't have a Pokemon movie without some legendary Pokemon, am I right? So, the Reggies in that movie, if you can absolutely recall them, they are well known for having those really, really weird sound effects that they have to them for their cries. Like, if you listen to Regirock, he's just basically all like, like, he's dropping the bass or something, like, doing the, And if you look at Regice, you know, Regice is like, Regice, and then there's that one moment where it goes all demonic for a second, he's like, Regice? I don't know why, it sounds so hilarious to me. By the way, I bought more Ultra Balls. And Great Balls, but, yeah. And also, like, again, like I said before, DJ Registeel apparently really wanted to get in that Ultra Ball, holy crap. Yay! It didn't take me 2 million Pokeballs for once in my life. Things are actually starting to look up. So, its body is harder than any kind of metal. The body metal is composed of a mysterious substance. Not only is it hard, it shrinks and stretches flexibility. Ooh. Okay. But yeah, I was about to say, like, apparently Registeel really likes taking up DJ classes, because you ever hear, like, Registeel, you barely hear it at all in the movie, which is so sad, because, you know, Registeel probably has, like, some of the best cries you ever heard in your entire life. Like, it goes, I swear to God, it goes all crazy with the whole DJ stuff. It's crazy. I love it. Oh, man. And, you know, speaking of, you know, all the Reggies, I actually do like their cries a lot when Brandon is using them in the Diamond and Pearl anime, too. Like, he has all of them in the Diamond and Pearl anime. He has Regirock, Ice, and Steel. and, you know, he uses them in his battle against Paul as well as, you know, Hunter J in that anime. And, you know, they all sound different, but I like their cries all the same. They still sound good. They still sound pretty fantastic, I have to say for myself. So, you know, it's all good. But either way, we've done it. We've got all 3 Reggies, and honestly, they took much shorter and shorter. I honestly expected them to take just as long as Regirock, or equally longer than Regirock, to be honest. But I guess the game took pity on me for once in my life. I don't know. Maybe this is a sign of things to come. But either way, there's one more thing that we can do. And that very thing is at the place where I'm indicating on the map. Because, you know, we've been to that place before. Yeah, you saw that. We heard a lot of people talking about it, as well as we went there for the natural crisis part. But apparently it's not on the map, so why even include that thing at all? Okay. So with that, we're done. Next time on Pokemon Emerald, we're going to do that very last side quest thing before moving on to Evergrande City for real. So, I will indeed see you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.